Traveling to Numbani.
Alright everybody, welcome to the stream. Tonight we have an Owlet match that's going to be very exciting. We have Furious Unicorns versus Deadlock Gang. These are both two very high level teams in the Snowy Division. And we're going to be going into our first map on Numbani. Mudkipz, what do you think of this map? Definitely map fives are always fun to see. Mudkipz, what are some common comps you'd like to see on the offense for this map?
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I can't wait to get into the fight.
Greetings.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the most exciting comps to see, especially on this map for teams to execute it all the way through. We're going to be seeing Deadlock Gang. They're going to be pulling out triple tank here on the side of them. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, we're going to be having looks to be a dive comp with a Pharah, and then on the side of Furious Unicorns, we're going to be having almost what looks like a dive defense here with the dive tanks and the tracer. So I'm very excited to see how this goes out. Looks like Deadlock Gang is going to get the first pick over with Gasparol taking out Blue. It's a very early trade that could impact the starting of the fight here. We're going to be seeing Danger Man along with Sparkle trying to dive into the top line here, trying to really shake things up, and it just seems like a lot of damage output is coming from the side of Furious Unicorns, just not really wanting to let them get through. The D-Mech coming out, but Gasparol just taking out the mech of the opposing D.Va. Shots exchanging back and forth, but Blue in the kill feed as Furious Unicorns, their dive tanks are doing work, and the rest of the follow-up is here. A lot of damage, and it looks like they are going to successfully hold off that first attack, with Blue doing a lot of work on that McCree.
All systems checked out.
Locked.
Game on.
Enemies detected.
Yeah, Blue seems to be a very versatile DPS, and with the threat of Gasparol, he's going to have to make sure that he takes that down. Diving up onto the high ground now, Deadlock Gang wants to take the fight to Furious Unicorns, but it looks like they don't really want to have it. A lot of fire coming left and right here as ultimates are starting to fire up. We're going to see the Valkyrie coming out from Ilios. There's a lot of damage that they want to kind of protect, but it seems like Furious Unicorns just taking out one by one a lot of the members of Deadlock Gang, and they aren't really able to contest them for too long before they have to get sent back to the spawn room once again. Ultimates are building up for both teams, but Furious Unicorns does have the slight advantage with 3 to Deadlock Gang's is 2. So we're going to be getting to that point of the match where Ultimates are getting ready to start to come out, and really exciting to see how these influence this part of the map. It looks like Deadlock Gang is going to go all the way around on the side to try and a new attack side here to really stir things up. They're going to be going to hopefully dive onto this point, try to get a little bit of high ground contention, maybe meet in the middle. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be going through the hallway. We're going to have a dragon coming out from deep inside trying to dislodge that kind of group together thing that they're doing here. It seems like they're going to kind of stick around, try and regroup and get some kind of attack going. Lexicon down here on the Winston trying to stir everything up, but Diva Bomb coming out from B-Flower trying to get something huge, and he does, taking out Sparkle, but the Diva Bomb from Sparkle does not able to find too much success. A lot of damage coming left and right now. Danger Man popping the Winston ult, trying to stir everything up, and Gasparol with the Fire Barrage taking out 2, and Blue with the High Noon able to take out 1, but it looks like the kills are in the vast majority of Deadlock Gang here, as they really finally managed to take the grasp on the attack and take over this point from Furious Unicorns. It's only Lexicon left, but he quickly gets bursted down. They're going to try to push up here to really stagger and prevent them from even having a chance to take back this point. What a take from Deadlock Gang.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Hey! Over with Deadlock!
So we have quite the push up here. They're going to want to make sure they can take advantage of that as much as possible by taking all this space for the red team. They don't want to really allow Furious Unicorns to have a setup too far ahead here, but Furious Unicorns trying to reestablish their setup, make sure that, you know, Deadlock Gang can't push them too far back, because space is precious here in this payload themed map, so you want to try and have as little space taken as possible with that payload. Beeflard getting the first pick on the Mercy. That is huge, as there's a big majority of healing down for the side of Deadlock Gang. It's up to Furious Unicorns to see if they can really clean up and take advantage of that, but we're going to see a Technique doing a lot of work with Sparkle getting also the pick on the blue. Res coming out for the side of Furious Unicorns, so we're getting blue back up. They're trusting McCree almost having that ult, so it's going to be really important to kind of have that. But right as I say that, Dragon's coming out from the side of deep inside to really stir everything up, and he does get Sparkle as well with a follow-up on a Noah Lily here. So quite the amount of back and forth action, but it looks like Furious Unicorns is going to have to fall back here and give up the second checkpoint of this map.
This is not your time.
Yeah, having a little bit of ults coming out. Gastrol trying to use that Fair Barrage to really get some early picks. Does secure some, but sadly does get taken down in the process. So going to see everybody on the side of Deadlock Gang trying to regroup once again to really get this payload moving. A little bit under 3 minutes on the clock, and they're going to want to make sure that they can get it as fast as they can, hopefully to the end, because that's their end goal here. Meeting in the middle, except right at the top. Diva Bomb coming out from Sparkle to try and get something big, and nothing is able to be found, but a lot of fight is taken up on the high ground with Furious Unicorns also getting another key pick, with Blue taking down Dangerman 25. Blue with the high noon trying to get something off, and Sparkle with an amazing block there with the DM, able to stop it in its tracks, but deep inside able to follow up on two key people onto Deadlock Gang, and there's not a whole lot of hope for that push right there, as they're going to have to go back to the drawing board and hopefully try to reorganize everything once again for another push.
I seem to have lost my temper.
My ultimate is ready.
Ultimate's coming out for both sides of the teams here, but Furious Unicorn slightly in the lead. I'm really excited to see how these are going to come out here. Actually, Valkyrie first from the side of Deadlock Gang. Really make sure they get a lot of damage, but Quig propping the Transcendence on the blue team, really trying to keep his team healed up and make sure everything is going nice and smoothly. Bomb coming out, but nothing able to really be found by it. Vector is trying to push everybody back on that sweet Lucio, making sure everybody's disoriented and out of the way. Pulse Bomb coming over from Technique, though, able to find Quig. That's one of the major supports down on the side of Furious Unicorns. Technique also following up on the blue as well. That's two people down. It's going to be a 6v4 turned in their favor. Dragon Strike coming out from Demon's side, trying to stir everything around. He does catch Noah Lily. That's a pretty big pick, so hopefully they can really get everything turned around. But Gastro finding the pick on the Lexicon may prove to be more worthy. A lot of damage coming left and right, though, but Blue just helping out, taking out Technique as well, but Sparkle doing a lot of work on that Diva, taking out both the opposing Diva mech and the Mercy, but a lot of Blue coming now on the kill feed. Just Furious Unicorns trying to take back and really prevent them from getting this last amount of space here. A minute or so on the clock, and there's not much time left for Deadlock Gang to push the cart all the way to the end, so hopefully we can really see Furious Unicorns potentially put a stop to this. We're going to see Beeflard reset off to the side to get his mech back, and that may be an opening for Deadlock Gang to really push in with a 6v5 fight. But we're going to see Lexicon stirring everything up inside of there with that Winston ult, taking out Technique as well on the side of Deadlock Gang, but a lot of kills going for the blue team. This is proving to be a very effective ult, and he's going to pop back out because he doesn't want to get taken out from that. But Dangerman coming in fairly low from the side of Deadlock Gang, so he's gonna want to get healed up, but he is taken out by blue. Diva coming out from Sparkle, able to find Quig, so trades left and right coming here from both teams. Sparkle able to and really capitalize with that bomb, but Fludio is going to get the res onto Quig to hopefully bring back some more healing into the action, but right as I say that, Technique and Triple doing a lot of work. Going to be seeing the Fire Barrage coming out from Gasol, really cleaning everything up, and he does find blue, but the blue team able to fire back though with Deep Inside's Dragon Strike of his own, able to take out the healer from Deadlock, and that's a lot of healing gone, and not a whole lot of people left, and Quig also taking out Technique, so now it's just getting down here. We're going to have the Transcendence coming out from Quig along with the High Noon coming out from blue to surely try to zone out the red team, make sure they can't have anything left on this point. Attempted sound barrier from the side of Vectress, but unable to get it off in time. Now we're going to see the Fire Mercy Barrage, or combo should I say, but it's only a matter of time before they're able to hold it off, and Furious Unicorns are able to hold Deadlock Gang from getting it to the final checkpoint on Numbani.
Score 0-2. Switching sides.
That was a really good hold by Furious Unicorns. Very impressed by that. Blue and Deep Inside are pretty strong DPS duo.
Yeah, definitely. They're proving to be a very strong DPS duo on the side of Furious Unicorns. Hopefully they can really show us some more amazing plays. But Deadlock Gang, they're now going to be switching over to the defense to see if they can possibly hold things a little bit, maybe even further back than Furious Unicorns here. So I'm really excited to see how this really comes out here for this first point. Alright, so on the phase here, we're less than a minute on the clock as both teams get ready to assemble their lineups to get into the match. But it looks like Deadlock Gang is going to be pretty dead set on what they're running. They're going to be pulling out the Bastion technique, going to be running that, so hopefully we can really see that utilized to its full potential with Danger Man on the complementing Orisa, hopefully to give him a little bit of shielding so it doesn't get bursted down immediately. And on the side of Deadlock, or excuse me, Furious Unicorns, it seems like they're going to be running a dive comp with a Pharah, so it seems like dive is definitely their specialty, their bread and butter, and hopefully they can really pull that off on the offense here as we get into the nick of things. Bastion here, hopefully let's see if they can maybe dismantle that with that dive setup here.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Alright, so we're going to be seeing Furious Unicorns is actually going to be going around the side to try and get, you know, the most space they can with the little amount of damage taken, and we're going to be seeing Deep Inside on that Pharah trying to disorient Gaswalk from trying to do too much damage. That Bastion comp on the top, boosting out as much damage as possible, really trying to keep Furious Unicorns away, and it's only a matter of time. Beeflard trying to dive in to take him out, but is able to successfully take out Technique. That's a huge pick as a lot of burst damage is down for the red team, but red team clapping back over with Vectress, able to take out the mech on Beeflard, but Deep Inside going huge, getting 3 picks, not even an ultimate, just his rockets, and that's a lot of kills for the side of Furious Unicorns, able to take that point very quickly, just clearing Deadlock Gang off of that point here. So I'm very excited to see how they take advantage of that going forward with that time bank, 5.5 minutes or so. That's a lot of time to push that payload. Hopefully they can really come through here. We're going to be seeing a little bit of trouble, however, as Danger Man is going to get caught out from the side of Furious Unicorns, but it's all gone wrong as it's just they're really taking back here, trying to get revenge here as Danger Man is able to take out Beeflard, so a couple of people are down on the side of Furious Unicorns, but Quig is going to get Nolily, and Lexicon taking out his opposing Winston might actually be able to turn the tides in this fight. Deep Inside going huge, using 1 rocket to take out 2 as there's not a whole lot of people left on the side of Deadlock Gang to really contest the point as it's getting really close to the second checkpoint now. Rounding the corner, there's going to be ultimates coming up for the side of Furious Unicorns, 4 in fact, so we do have enough time, I believe, for Deadlock Gang to try one more attempt in holding, but it seems like Technique is going to be falling asleep here real quick from the side of Quig. Really doing a lot of work on that honor to make sure his team is just healed up to the best of his ability. And it looks like we're going to have a Pulse Bomb coming out from the side of Gastrol, able to stick Beeflard, but it's not enough to take him out of the mech. A lot of damage coming out onto the cart. They're really not going to want to get this push through, but Vector is able to take out Lexicon. So Pharaoh Barrage coming up from the deep inside, really trying to capitalize with that ult. Able to take down too, but it still goes despite the picks from the red team. So Furious Unicorn is very successful push, and now it's just going to be a stagger of members like Dangerman are going to try to get out, but to no avail. They just get bursted down. So in the meantime here, Technique is firing back just to really get some key picks to maybe easing up on the next fight, taking out Blue. We're going to see his Dragon Strike actually come out, or maybe really try and capitalize on that, maybe split up the team a little bit here. As things are getting ready to run around the corner, this is often the part of the map where a lot of teams do get caught up with the setup, but it looks like there's no problem for Furious Unicorns. A lot of fight happening in the high ground. Going to try and see if they can really take advantage of that tight space here. Dropping down onto the payload, however, Dangerman trying to do some work on that Winston, lasering everybody up, but to no avail. B-Flyer able to mow him down with those missiles, just doing a lot of damage. Technique able to get the pick on the Lexicon. Bomb going out, trying to see if we can find anything huge, but not able to find anything. Gas roll. Picking off the flanker Blue, not much damage out from there, but Sparkle able to get demacked and then subsequently taken out. So a lot of kills, despite the slow progress, a lot of kills going for the side of Furious Unicorn. So maybe they can really get some nice footing here and take advantage of this situation. Dangerman is going to be ulting on point to maybe trying to contest and try to hold it off for as long as he can. Not only getting the res on the Technique to bring some more people back into the action, but it's only a matter of time here. As you see, the Golden Box of Victory isn't too far away, so it's only a little home stretch here for home team here, as Gastrol trying to get the high noon, but not able to find anything. Another barrage coming out from Demon Side, trying to make it huge, able to take out Sparkle, but Diva Bomb from Sparkle, able to take out the opposing Pharaoh, which caused him so much trouble on the fast. Only a matter of time as Furious Unicorns is able to push it to the end, and Furious Unicorns are going to take Numbani in this series first.
Play of the game.
Yeah, definitely. They proved to be very effective on that dive. They've shown to be a very coordinated team here, just taking out key members and making sure that none of theirs get picked too early into team fights. And just ult management was on point on that attacking phase. So great job for Furious Unicorns as they do take that first map into the series. So Mudkipz, what was some things that you really liked seeing in that Numbani match that really stuck out to you? Yeah, definitely. He's shown to be very effective on that Pharah, getting some pretty key barrages. Actually, both Pharahs on each team were proven to be very effective on said hero. So we do have a lot of very talented DPS on both teams. I'm really excited to see the next map going into things. Maybe if Deadlock Gang able to really take it back and even things out, or maybe Furious Unicorns get even a higher ledge onto this team. Yeah, control map for our second map in the series is going to be very exciting. A little bit different in terms of comps and strategies compared to our usual hybrid or even payload map. So going to be very exciting to see how these teams are able to adapt to said game type. Yeah, Ruins is probably the best map on Ilios to really take advantage of those Widow sightlines. There's a lot of areas and even grapple locations where you can really take advantage of Widow to her full potential. So it'd be very exciting to see some opposing Widow play from both teams when we get to Ruins, or if we do end up getting to Ruins.
Gassers, are you ready for the next map?
We should be.
Alright. Waiting for deadlocking now.
Now
And we are going into Ilios now.
Yeah, hopping into our second map of the series, Ilios, we do have so far Furious Unicorns is up, taking the first map over Deadlock Gang in the series. Let's see if they can take that that luck to the next map to see if they can take Ilios as well. Going to be starting off here with teams getting ready to assemble their compositions. And Mudkipz, what are some really exciting comps or things you like to see on this map?
I really like seeing a more stationary type of composition, something that just tells the other team, just go to the point and you're gonna have to come fight through us. Dive is also very popular here, but I just really like things death ball-ish type composition.
Definitely, death ball comps are always very exciting to see when there's just a lot of damage and a lot of commotion going around. It's often just very nice to see just who ends up brawling it out in the end, and it seems like we're going to be having, you know, the comps finalizing here as the gates open up for both teams. We're going to be seeing the triple tank coming out from the side of Deadlock Gang, and for Furious Unicorns, we're having the Pharah in the air. Pharah, pretty common pick onto Ilios, as there's a lot of key points where she can really be used to her advantage. So let's see if they can really use that to her full potential. We're going to be seeing Deep Inside firing down from above, but it's Lexicon getting the first pick onto Technique, making it a 6v5 already, but no Lily able to get the res to equalize everything out, so hopefully they can really turn everything in their favor. Rocket's firing down from above, Deep Inside to really do a lot of work. Technician able to take out Blues, so that's one of the DPS down for Furious Unicorns, and now Sparkle able to follow up. A lot of death in the kill feed here. Beeflard is going to get demeched as well. Dangerman charging in, just want to swing his hammer into everybody's faces, as it's just a brawl on the point with Beeflard getting taken out, and it's only a matter of time here before Deadlocking is able to really clear everything up. Quick on the point though, trying to really stall for as much percentage as he can, but Deadlocking able to take that point back from Furious Unicorns. We're going to be seeing Deep Inside firing down with this Pharah, just trying to cause as much pressure as possible onto the sidelines of Deadlock Gang. really trying to build up ult charge as well to really take advantage of that. But wow, what a fire strike from Danger Man, just taking out Deep Inside mid-flight. That's a huge pick as yeah, definitely Deep Inside is going to have to go, but he is going to be coming up on his barrage fairly soon here. But speaking of ultimates though, Deadlock Gang having 5 and Furious Unicorns not even having 1 up, so in this fight we may see a lot of ultimates be popped here, and it does seem like we have. So Danger Man able to get the shatter, no real follow, but Sprinkle able to come back here. Barrage coming out from Deep Inside, really trying to capitalize on all this commotion here, taking the D-Mac on a Sprinkle, but not much else is able to find, able to get the follow-up on a Danger Man as well, as there is red now in the kill feed, so hopefully Furious Unicorns is able to take this point back. Technique able to get the kill on a B-Flower, but trades back and forth as Blue is now taking out Victorious on that Moira. Blue doing a lot of work, also taking out Sprinkle, and Flutie getting the boop onto Gas Roll. Not a whole lot of people left for the blue team, as it looks like there's still going to be an attempted fight on the point, but it's only Danger Man just trying to stall it out for as much as possible, getting all that percentage points as he can for his team. Noeli is going to get caught out in the crossfire and staggered in the process, and it looks like through that fight, Furious Unicorns able to take that point back.
That was a pretty good first ult by Deadlock Gang overall. But nice that they didn't blow all their ult trying to hold it. They identified that they were losing it, and they just let it go. Now they're coming back in with self-discharge and
Definitely, we're going to be seeing ults popped already. Blue taking out Noeli on that Mercy, that's huge, and getting the trap kill on the Technique. That's a lot of kills for the red team, however, as Furious Unicorns is going to have to really and just a shatter coming up from B-Flower, just really trying to clean everything up, making sure that they don't even have a chance to even get sight of the point here. So, Deadlock Gang here, once again having to go back to the drawing board. The percentage is ticking up. They're getting somewhat close to the 84% that they left behind when it was taken over by Furious Unicorns. So hopefully they can really keep that percentage going to really just win this first round. Another fight is going to be coming out though. Deadlock Gang is going to be having a lot of ults, but so is Furious Unicorns. It's all up to how they manage to use them. Grabs coming out side by side, but the Dragon's able to come out from the side of Technique, trying to get as much as he can in that. Not able to really find much, but still gets the pick on the blue. A lot of kills in the red team, however, Lexicon getting the opposing kill onto the other Zarya. We're going to be seeing the Coalescence coming out from Vectris here, getting a lot of healing out for his team as much as he can, but not really much left for the blue team, as B-Flower just going wild, just swinging and, you know, fire striking everybody they can in his path, and even making sure that Danger Man doesn't even have a chance to touch the point. Overtime ticking down, there's not much left on the point, and it looks like Furious Unicorns is going to take the first round, or the first map of Ilios.
Deadlock Gang did manage to take it out. I think they just need to get one of those fights go in their favor to try and equalize.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams played very well that first map. I think it was just mostly up to ult coordination and just really making sure you can really coordinate those to their most, you know, as effective as they can be. We're going to be coming out onto Ruins. This is the map, like you said, where there's often a lot of Widow play, as it's often seen as the most suitable map from it. But no, neither team is actually going to elect for the Widowmaker here, with both teams going to be electing for a fairly standard comp. Deadlock Gang is going to be running to try and touch this point first, as they are down one round, so they're going to try to see if they can equalize things. But looking out here from Furious Unicorns, coming out on the side of this bridge, just really taking it all personally to him, just brawling right into their comp, just stirring up a ton of commotion. Sprinkle able to take out B-Flower, but still, Lexicon is going to take a nap for a second from the courtesy of Vectrios here. But a lot of kills for the red team coming out. Furious Unicorns coming out on top, just cleaning out Deadlock Gang from this point, and they're the only ones that remain, and they're going to be taking it first.
Brian, Winston, Diva with Lucio, Brig, and Anna. I mean, this is like the GOAT style.
Definitely, it seems to be working very well in their favor if we're going off of that first fight, but Deadlocking is going to try and see if they can group everybody up, and here we go. Technique able to take it out deep inside. Some healing gone for the side of Furious Unicorns, but let's see if they can really regroup and try to take advantage. And here we go, a lot of healing gone for Deadlocking as well. As going to see Lexicon taking out Noelle. Diva Bomb coming out from the red team trying to find anything, but unable to do so. But Danger Man going wild on that. Reinhardt taking out two onto the side of Deadlock Gang. And Technique just cleaning up here. Now Danger Man charging in, just straight into their backline, just trying to disorient everybody, but B-Flord able to get the opposing pick, and it looks like Deadlock Gang is going to be the ones that are going to take this point back. But right as I say that, though, a lot of kills coming from the red teams. They don't want this. You know, they're saying they want this point right in their hands. They don't want to give it up for as long as possible. And just red coming out in the kill feed all around. It's only Danger Man left on the point as Reinhardt, so it's only a matter of time before he just get bursted down and is going to get taken out by B-Flard. So point once again in the control of Furious Unicorns, ticking up to 50% now. We're more than halfway through in terms of percentage-wise, so it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of fight Deadlock King is going to be able to put up here. But in terms of ultimates on the top, as you can see, Furious Unicorns is coming up on quite a bit here. 4 ultimates, Blue almost having his bomb, so almost 5. 2 Deadlock Gangs is 3. So definitely we're going to see some ultimates coming out in this next team fight, as it has a lot of implications for how the rest of the round is going to turn out. A trade is going to come out from both teams, but it seems like a shatter is going to come out from Danger Man. That is huge, getting a ton of members from the side of Furious Unicorns. Bomb going to come out and try to see if they can trade and equalize things a little bit better. But still a lot of stage presence for Furious Unicorns on this point. Bomb coming out, they don't want anybody to take it away from them. We're going to get the D-Mac onto Blue as well. A shatter coming out from B-Flard, and now that's a lot of people down. And with that Ananade, there isn't able to really have a lot of healing for the blue team. And now the fight has gone completely turned around here, as Furious Unicorns just are battling to take this point and this map. Sorry coming out from Technique, maybe trying to make it a miracle, but it can only be so much, as Furious Unicorns get that point up to 100%, and they do take Ilios in this series, going up 2-0 against Deadlock Gang.
Play of the game.
I'm actually surprised that Deadlock didn't try going into the Freezer, but they did switch to the Junkrat, so they had the right idea. Maybe they were afraid of that one.
Yeah, definitely. A very 3-3 goat-centered comp is very intimidating, especially if you don't really know how to counter it effectively. And for Deadlock Gang, I think that's what cost them there in that Ruins map. And just Furious Unicorns doing very well with their execution of coordinated ults. Just really doing a lot of good work here. So great job by them taking Ilios as well in this series. But it seems like we are at halftime now, as we are midway through the series. Or maybe we could see a map 5, maybe Deadlock Gang, maybe trying to look for that reverse sweep here, as Furious Unicorns is up 2-0 on them. It's going to be up to Deadlock Gang to really try their hardest to take this next map. Otherwise, the series is going to be going in favor of Furious Unicorns. So be on the lookout for that next map. But for right now, we're going to be going into a break real quick, as both teams get all their swaps and rosters and everybody ready for the third map. So we'll be seeing you very shortly in a second.
Traveling to Hanamura.
Alright everybody, we're going to be heading into our third map of the series tonight. Deadlock Gang versus Furious Unicorns, but Furious Unicorns are up 2-0 in this series. It is going to be up to Deadlock Gang to see if they can take this map. If they're unable to take Hanamura, they are going to be going as a loss in this series to Furious Unicorns, so it's going to be up to them to see if they can really take things back in their way.
Saw the 3-3 come out from either team to go with kind of that.
That's definitely a possible composition. 3-3 is actually, I believe it started out as an attack strat for Hanamura, so that's pretty much where its origins lie. So in terms of the GOAT-styled comp, that would definitely be something that is a possibility on this attacking side here for Deadlock Gang, as they are here. But Furious Unicorns are going to be on the defense, going to try and see if they can hold Hanamura for as long as they can on this first point here. Setting up with the Hanzo and Junkrat to really try and get a lot of spam damage out as they can, while on Deadlock Gang, they're going to be running the Ryan Zarya comp, pretty standard tank duo, but with that Lucio, it's going to help them speed in as quick as possible. Fat Mike actually electing for the Widowmaker on attack, so very exciting to see how effective he is in getting crucial picks. They're going to be starting a lot of Danger Man just charging straight onto the point, just negating that entire frontline defense that Furious Unicorns had. And Demon Side able to tackle the opposing Hanzo, but it's only a matter of time as Danger Man is able to get the opposing Ryan. But Deep Inside popping off on this Hanzo, taking out both supports on the side of Deadlock Gang. So there's not a whole lot of healing, actually no healing at all for the side of the Deadlock Gang, and that's what's going to help Furious Unicorns able to take down the rest of the members as they are able to hold that first push from the red team. We're going to be seeing some ults coming up in a second here. Deep Inside 90% to his Dragon Strike. If he can use that or build it up fast enough, he can really get something huge here. But ready to say that Fat Mike is able to take him out. So some damage gone, but Blue able to get revenge by taking out the opposing Hanzo. And they're going to get the res on the Deep Inside because they really want to have that spam Hanzo just getting as much damage output as he can. Noli gonna try to get the res on a Danger Man, and she does. So still people back on the point, but Blue on this Junkrat doing a lot of work, taking out a lot of bodies on that point. You see a tire coming out from Blue, and the Shatter takes out the tire. That's a first. I have never seen that before. But Danger Man able to take out both Blue and that tire in one fellow swing of the hammer. And it looks like there's not many people left on the side of the Blue team to really try and contest. And it looks like that pin is going to be the pin of the century as it takes out the opposing Reinhardt. Lexicon Diva on the point, but then again it's a 6v1, so very unlikely to try to take that back, and it looks like that is what it's going to be. Deadlock Gang able to take that first point of Hanamura. Technique getting the early pick onto the opposing Hanzo that's big, as that allows them to really have a lot of momentum to swing into a snowball here. Widow ult coming out from Fat Mike, knowing where everybody is at all times for quite a little bit of a while. We're going to be seeing a lot of brawl action onto the point, and ult pop, Transcendence, and Valkyrie pop for Furious Unicorns because they want to have as much healing as possible. Lexicon able to eat that that Hanzo ult, that is huge, and Deep Inside using that Hanzo ult to really stir everybody up on the point. B-Floor doing a lot of work on this Reinhardt, getting a lot of picks, and with Blue coming up as well, taking out both Gastrol and Noli, it's only a matter of time before Deadlock Gang is going to have to go back to the drawing board and really just regroup again for another push.
See through the dragon's eyes. I am healed. See that which is unseen.
Yeah, it seems like Deadlock Gang is going to be electing for the top right technique, able to take out Ilios first. That is huge, as a lot of healing is gone for the blue team, but Blue able to take out Danger Man. So maybe trying to equalize things a little bit. Blue also taking out Vectorous on the side of Deadlock Gang, so he actually has his tire up as well. And speaking of ult economy, it looks like both teams are pretty even in this 3-3 both sides, but I'm really excited to see in this next team fight that ends up coming out here, as it seems like Deadlock Gang is going to have to go on the retreat. So in this next team fight, we're going to having a lot of ultimates coming online with Technique and Deep Inside coming up on their Dragon Strike. So, seems like Fat Mike is going to take a very nice vacation off the side of the map here, making everything a 5v6 for the time being, but it looks like Furious Unicorns are going to try as hard as they can to keep a dominant hold on this second point. A little bit under 4 minutes means we still have quite a ways to go, but if they can keep it up, that's a lot of potential for this map. 2 picks for the set of Deadlocking, that enables them to go in, but Flutio getting that Resonant Deep Inside could mean a lot of business, as we do have that Dragon Strike available. We are going to see both Dragons collide onto the point here as we really try to get everything get on. Just a lot of damage, but Fat Mike able to take out the tire from Blue, and it's nothing but red in the kill feed for Deadlock Gang here, as they just are able to kind of clear Furious Unicorns off the point. Lexicon able to step on last second. This could be huge, as the Demon Bomb is going to come out as well. Unable to find anything, but it looks like Furious Unicorns at the last second is going to try to really contest and take everything back. Danger Man getting the huge shatter, but huger shatter coming out. Blue team just really trying to clear everything out, and he's going to get the opposing Reinhardt as well. Deep Inside on the Doomfist is trying to stall everything out, and maybe you've got to pick. That's huge, getting the rezzing normally, trying to pick up the rest of their team, and it's only a matter of time here as Quick is going to take out Vectorous. Fat Mike taking out Blue, but still a lot more people on the blue team are going to be here on the point, and that's going to make all the difference here in terms of keeping this point alive. And at 99%, Furious Unicorns are able to hold off this point from Deadlock Gang. What a defense there. And stall. Yeah, definitely. You really can't get much closer than that. And it seems like Deadlock Gang, despite that very close, almost taking the second point there, they're going to have to try and regroup once again to really get... Oh! On the side here, I don't know if you guys see this, but the Symmetra strat coming through, teleporting everybody to the left side. That's something to really try and catch the blue team off guard here with the Symmetra as well. Technique taking out Blue as well, trying to equalize everything. Make sure to get a real advantage in this fight. Lexicon is going to get demexed, so Technique going wild on this Hanzo, just trying to keep a lot of elims going, and it's nothing for the red team once again. Only Blue on the point now, and we're going to be seeing the Dragon Strike coming out as well. Blue trying to stall for as long as he can, but the Sim turret does get the best of him, and Quig now on this Moira trying to touch the point, and now Deadlock Gang, the second time around, are able to take that point.
Score 0-2. Switching sides.
Over there and see that.
Definitely, it proved to be very effective after that last team fight there. When it got to 99.3%, they figured, alright, let's bust out the secret strat, and they pull out the Sim, and they got that really amazing teleporter strat, which I personally have never seen before, used in this way. So that proved to be very effective, as it did catch the blue team off guard in that final fight, and I believe that was one of the key factors that led to them able to take that second point. But we are going to see the side swapped here for Hanamura, with Furious Unicorns now are going to have the chance to be on the attack, as Deadlock Gang are going to be defending this point here. A little bit under 2 minutes is the time bank that Deadlock Gang have acquired. It's not that much when you think about it. So let's see if Furious Unicorns is able to get a much higher time bank, maybe a more successful attack on both points to really get the edge in this third map.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Now it's going to be very exciting here as... I'm sorry. But... Yeah, definitely. Danger Man on the side of Deadlock Gang has proven to be a very fierce Reinhardt that you do not want to mess with. And speaking of which, this Rhine play setting up here, he may be anticipating to charge one of the enemy team into his spawn, or maybe just get an early charge kill. That could be huge for the first fight. And we are going to see Furious Unicorns, but he is spotted out, and he just falls back. But due to them not really having a proper shield setup, that allows Quig to get the opposing pick onto Fat Mike to really start things off for Furious Unicorns. So already at a 6v5 advantage for the blue team. They're really trying to bust in and take this point as fast as they can with Lexicon getting the pick onto Vectorous as well. Danger Man very low, and he is going to get finished off by deep inside Quig, doing as much as he can to get the supporting damage from that Widowmaker, but Beeflard able to get the charge onto Casserole's mech and deep inside, and Beeflard just doing a lot of work on this point, able to take it very quickly. That was a very fast attack for Furious Unicorns, and it seems like Technique is going to get very badly staggered here. If Furious Unicorns is able to use this to their advantage, they could really use a really nice snowball to really do well on the second point. A little bit under 7 minutes means they have a lot of time in the time bank to really have a lot of attempts for pushes and get a bigger time in the bank overall against Deadlock Gang. And Quig going ham on this Widowmaker, taking out both the opposing Widowmaker and the Zen. That opens up a huge possibility for Furious Unicorns to really take this point fast. And Quig yet again taking out Noali, and Beeflard now is going to take out the opposing Reinhardt. Dragons is going to come out from deep inside to really zone out the Widow, and he does do that. Furious Unicorns, not a lot of members on the point for the red team, as Gasroll is going to try to touch to really stall things out and really just equalize everything, but Shatter coming out from Beeflard, making it 2, and with that stick on to the red team. That is going to be a very fast push for Furious Unicorns, and we're going to see them take that second point very, very quickly, netting them a very high time bank, opposing two Deadlock Gangs with a little bit over 6 minutes. That's a lot of time, and that's going to matter a lot going into this next round here of the map, as we're going to see everybody just get ready here. As the team comps get ready to start, it's going to be Deadlock Gang are going to be attacking first, but a little bit under 2 minutes means they don't have that many opportunities for failed pushes here. So it's going to be up to Furious Unicorns to try and hold this for as long as they can, and try to make sure that Deadlock Gang is unable to break through their defense.
Alright, game face.
Don't know if you've heard this one before.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
All systems operational. Diva, ready for
Now we're going to be seeing the Junkrat coming up from blue, a very signature pick from him, especially on Hanamura. He's been doing a lot of work, just popping off, getting a lot of kills, and just really contributing a lot for his team. So I'm really excited to see some more Junkrat action from the blue team, and we're going to be having Quig on that Widowmaker, who, if we have any hints from last round, who popped off, maybe he can have that same magic again on the defense. So here we are getting everybody ready here for the red team, pushing in onto the point here. Just at this choke now, Tracer on Technique on that Tracer, just trying to burst it down, and Danger Man once again, very aggressive charge, a very bold move, as he just wants to establish a lot of dominance and really take over this point. And Beeflard is going to take a little bit of a mishap off the cliff. A lot of picks going for the side of red team, but blue team able to take it back in their favor. So maybe a lot of trades now going here for the side of both teams. But it looks like despite that, blue is going to get the trap kill onto Danger Man. So that means the only remaining member of Deadlock Gang that is near the point is Technique. And since it's such a long walk from the defense, it doesn't seem like that Furious Unicorns are going to be able to have a chance to really hold it. But as I say that, it seems like they're going to try to do so, however, with Beeflard on that Reinhardt, just trying to take everything back. Flutio is just going to get immediately killed here. It seems like they're going to try to stall it for as long as they can, but nonetheless... Oh, more people from the side of the blue team. A lot of... trying to get a lot of picks off. A Diva Bomb is going to get eaten in the process. Fat Mike going ham on this Widowmaker, showing who's the toughest Widow now on this run of the map. And it looks like Deadlock Gang is able to take that first point, albeit with a little bit of trouble. Still able to take that point though, but as you can see, the timer at the top, that doesn't leave much time for error, however, as they really theoretically only have one push. So they're going to have to make it count here, but hopefully they can really get everything through here for this red team here. But Furious Unicorns is going to want to keep this defense on the, on the down low here. They really want to try to hold it off for as much as they can and burn that time bank down because there's not a whole lot left. Anyways, Vectrius doing a lot of work on this Lucio, dancing around, taking out deep inside in the process. And it's just picks left and right for the red team here. Lexicon getting the pick on a Danger Man, so maybe this can start something, but then again, it's only, not too much presence for Furious Unicorns, and with the Lucio ult as well, that's going to give the red team a lot of ult and chance to really contest. Demon Side on this Transcendence here, just trying to heal up the rest of his team, but Transcendence is not going to heal through a Widowmaker headshot. As we can see here, his technique is popping off with this Tracer Bomb. And it seems like Blue is going to be able to contest last second on this Tracer to really start everything on, maybe give his team more potential to kind of hold this point here. Now Flutio's on this Lucio, just on the stall game, really trying to get it strong here as Lexicon also on the D.Va. Demon Side on the Doomfist to really make everything just try to give his team a chance. But as we can see, it's a big back and forth brawl on this point. B-Floyd staying alive for quite a while, but man, what a final push there from Deadlock Gang. It looked like Furious Unicorns was going to hold it but for a while there, but Deadlock Gang able to get the better of them and able to push it with less than 2 minutes in the time bank. But Furious Unicorns has a little bit over 6 minutes on their end, so it's definitely very possible for us to see them potentially take both points as well. So very exciting to see here, and very nice plays from Deadlock Gang.
You know that Furious Unicorn and it gets
I'm back in the fight.
out going to
Yeah, definitely there's no time left in the time bank for Deadlock Gang because they did take that last point just there in overtime. So for the side of Furious Unicorns, if they're able to push and take both points successfully, that's going to be a lot for them in the long run going in terms of this series. So hopefully they're able to pull it off. Quig on that Widowmaker, who's shown to be very dominant. But last round on the attack, it was shown that Fat Mike was actually popping off on that Widowmaker. So the Widows on both sides on both sides in this series are shown to be very, very skilled and very talented. So I always love seeing some very dominant Widow play, especially when it's very equal sided for both teams. But it does seem like here we're going to get everything real nice and going here. Danger Man with that pin, just trying to, catch blue team off guard here as he's setting up on the defense. Quick, able to get the opposing Widowmaker, so this could be an opening sign here for Furious Unicorns to really take this point, with Blue taking out technique as well. That's 6v2 now, or 6v4, excuse me, on the fight now. And Quig taking out Nolali mid-res. It's going to be 1 cooldown and 2 Mercy out for the fight. So a lot of damage coming out for the blue team and not a whole lot of bodies left for the red team, as Furious Unicorns is just going to completely sweep that point up, take it very quickly, and they're going to get ready for their second offensive push with a lot of time in the time bank is going to be had for them here, and it's going to be up to Deadlock Gang to see if they can really burn all of that down, because it's a lot of time. Yeah, almost 6 minutes, 5 minutes and 45 here as we get ready for the second point. Fat Mike is going to be electing for the switch onto the McCree, and Gasroll going to the Roadhog, so a little bit of a comp switch up for the red team, but Fat Mike is able to take out Blue on that flank, and that's really going to stop any kind of real snowball that Furious Unicorns might have thought they might have had here. Quig able to take out Fat Mike though, so this is a 5v5. Could really equalize things and maybe put them in their favor though. Lexicon able to get the pick on a technique, so really this could be a possibility. Shatter coming out for B-Floor, takes down Gastro, but the Onanade really prevents a lot of healing coming out with Flutio's on that Valkyrie here. And despite the man advantage being down initially at first, it looks like the blue team is just going to be doing a lot of work. Excuse me, just trying to take this point back. As the nano boosted Roadhog is trying to get a lot of damage out, but despite initially a lot of kills coming out, it seems like Danger Man with that Shatter here just trying to clean up and just really just sum everything up. And Deadlock Gang are able to hold that. Furious Unicorn's not even able to take 1 tick. So they're going to try once again, with a little bit of ult on hand, however, to try and take this point again.
Advantage going to this next fight is pretty well even, so the trade-off being that Furious Unicorns They're not as big of a rush. Of course, like
Coming up.
Definitely that would be a big help if they are able to do that. And speaking of which, the fight is breaking out right here on the point. Noelle is going to be popping that Valk to really get as much damage as possible. Fight Mike on that high noon here, able to demech Lexicon. So immediately just a lot of people going down in this fight. Not a whole lot of room for Furious Unicorns to try and take an advantage there, because just, you know, with those ultimates popped and that usage of the Mei by Technique, just really able to capitalize on holding that defense down here. Everybody's regrouping here. Furious Unicorn is going to try to get another push in. They do have 2 ults up, however, and Deadlock Gang just used all the ults they really had in reserve, so they're not going to really have a chance to have that advantage that Furious Unicorns is going to have. We're going to see the Dragon Strike coming out from deep inside, hopefully to try to really split up the red team and really just try to make everything as effective as they can in this push. Lexicon able to take out Danger Man. That's huge, as that main source of, you know, blockade for that damage is taken out, but that Mei ult coming out from Technique is able to really slow down a lot of the blue team. But blue able to try to really equalize a lot of things here, taking out Fat Mike. Noelle getting the res onto Fat Mike too, so bringing the McCree back into the action, so it's not like he even really died there. Blue, once again, with the rest of his team just trying to back out and regroup once again. We are going to be having some hero switches for the side of Furious Unicorns, as deep inside is going to elect to switch to the Pharah to really try and see if he can get some more burst spam damage out to really just, you know, cause a lot of commotion for the side of the red team. And it looks like he's doing just that, firing from the sidelines from up top. And it seems like Furious Unicorns is going to try to touch onto the point here. Bomb coming in from Lexicon, trying to make it big, but not able to really find anything. We're also going to be seeing the Valkyrie pop from the blue team. But the bomb coming out, this could be huge, but a lot of picks going out. However, blue team, or Furious Unicorns, is able to get 2 and now make it a 3, as deep inside going ham on this Pharah, Fat Mike on this McCree. Lexicon tried to get the DM out, but it doesn't seem like he was able to, as he does take out Flutios and Blue. But still, man advantage to the side of Furious Unicorns, and they are just cleaning up here, as there's not a whole lot of bodies left for them. So they're going to want to try their hardest to really take this point, as now, as you can see, there's been so much time burned on the clock that really doesn't leave Furious Unicorns a whole lot of time to really, you know, much room for error. But despite all of these pushes and all of these ultimates, it looks like Furious Unicorns, you know, are trying to get a little bit of a brawl here. You know, it's very back and forth here with a lot of damage. Beeflar doing a lot of work. But despite all of that, there's still going to be a lot of presence from the red team onto the point there. Technique trying to do a lot of work on the soldier, but it's only a matter of time before he gets taken out by Blue. And with that accompanying rate tire, it's only a matter of time before he just gets the demech on the gas roll. So a lot of damage coming out from the blue team, but with the respawn room being so close, it's really hard to really try and keep this up with the bodies coming out of the point. We're going to see the bomb coming out as well, trying to take out as much as he can, with Lexicon getting Fat Mike as well onto the red team. So blue team is trying their hardest now. Under a minute here, they're going to really want to try to clean this up. Noelle on the Mercy, and as you can see, it's full force of the respawns just taking their work here. But deep inside going huge with the Pharah Barrage, taking out 2 people and the Diva mech, so hopefully this can be enough for Furious Unicorns to really try and sum everything up on this map here. But the Mei ult coming out could be what Deadlock Gang needs to really get this hold on to Furious Unicorns. But still a lot of picks going for this side of the blue team, but like I said earlier, the respawns can only do so much when there's a lot of, you know, when they're so close to the point. We're at 97% on the point, but they still haven't managed to take it with this really strong hold from the red team. Still picks going left and right, however, but they still haven't managed to take it. And with that Diva Bomb taking out Furious Unicorns, it's a very huge pick, taking out both DPS, and very unfortunate for the blue team, as they only have 15 seconds left on the board, which means they really don't have a whole lot of time to try and take this point away. Really unfortunate that there's a lot of time was burned. Deadlock Gang making a lot of huge plays, and it doesn't seem like there's going to be one last fight, but there is. Lexicon is going to get nano boosted on that Diva, trying to contest as much as he can to really take the fight back in his favor, but it seems like there's going to be an overwhelming amount of picks for Deadlock Gang. Blue going to pop the tire, but it does get quickly taken out by Fat Mike, so not a whole lot of damage able to be utilized by that ultimate. And wow, despite Furious Unicorns having that time bank advantage of, I believe, 6.5 minutes, Deadlock Gang were able to hold it for all of that, and a very long overtime at that. So just very, very successful hold there. Very impressive, as Deadlock Gang is going to take Hanamura.
That's stall really what gave him that edge. And that, when you're stalling, I mean, that's what you're looking for. You're trying to last long enough to get an ult, and then be able to get another advance. Even things up.
Yeah, definitely. There's, like I said earlier, during that overtime push there by Furious Unicorns at the very end on that second point, Furious Unicorns was doing a lot of great work. You know, they had a lot of kills going out in that kill feed, so they were definitely having a lot of good prioritization in terms of targets, but the respawn room being so close for Deadlock Gang, and then just in terms of the ults that they had, really just even things out, and it went on for so long that Deadlock Gang was just able to really tire Furious Unicorns out, and that resulted in a map win for them. So Deadlock Gang keeping the dream alive and keeping the series alive, as we now have the score go up 2-1, still in favor of Furious Unicorns, so they still do have a chance on this last map, or maybe we do have a chance to go into a map 5 now if Deadlock Gang is able to take this fourth map, but we are going to be going into Route 66 for our fourth map in the series. So let's see if Deadlock Gang is able to ride that momentum from that map to taking this one, or if Furious Unicorns is going to shut them down and really show, you know, that map was just very unfortunate timing there. So we're going to be having all the teams getting ready here for this fourth map in terms of roster changes, and maybe if somebody needs to go get a drink real quick. So we're going to be going into a very short break here in between maps. Stay tuned. We will not be gone for long. Alrighty, we are going to be heading into our fourth map of the series, and potentially the last. As we're going up here, Furious Unicorns is up in the series 2-1, but Deadlock Gang taking that last map, looking very convincing. Hopefully they can keep that momentum going into Route 66. Mudkipz, what are your thoughts on this map?
really comes down to what type of defense that they're Deadlock gang they're on. Most teams like to set up on gas station. Because of that, I tend to actually like a dive comp to just go and displace them and force them. It also negates abilities.
Dive comp is definitely a very strong point. I agree with you there. If used effectively on the offense of this map, can be really proven to be strong. Especially if they have a Widow, which oftentimes you do see on the defense of Route 66, and it looks like that's what we're going to see here. On the blue team, we're going to be seeing Fat Mike pull out that Widowmaker, and in fact, something I just noticed is Deadlock Gang is going to be running double sniper here with that Zarya to hopefully really get that Hanzo Dragon combo, that juicy Wombo combo that we all know and love. And for Furious Unicorns, we're going to be seeing a heavy dive comp coming out here with the Winston and the Diva for dive tanks and Tracer Genji, but we're going to be seeing Quig on the Sombra, so very interesting to see how this usage is able to really be effectively used here. It's only a matter of time here before the cart rounds the corner and we do get a bit of action. Quig just scouting in the backline, maybe telling his team really what's going on for the side of Deadlocking to really give them an edge. And it seems like that's going to happen with the dive here coming onto the top of gas station. Maybe Furious Unicorns is really trying to disorient this setup that Deadlocking has, and it looks to be very successful as two people are going to be going down. Make it 3 on the side of Deadlock Gang are going to be going down to the hands of Furious Unicorns, and Blue getting the pick on a Vectrius as well. Lexicon following up on a Nolly, and Blue yet again, so just a complete cleanup on the side of Furious Unicorns, just showing how dominant they are. That Sombra coming into a lot of work here and showing to be very valuable, as just that information can be so useful when you're trying to dive a setup like that. So it doesn't seem like Deadlocking is going to try and recontest this. Or I might be wrong actually. Dangerman is going to be touching the point here, as they do have a chance to stop it, but it's going to be up to Furious Unicorns to try and keep that momentum going, trying to see if they can keep this point going and take that first checkpoint, as it's not too far away. But Fat Mike going huge on this Widowmaker, taking out both Flutie and Blue, and Gasroll getting the DMAC on a B-Flard means there's not too much stage presence for Furious Unicorns, and it seems like Deadlock Gang, despite getting taken out pretty heavily on that first fight, is going to get a handle of that payload.
Only that, they just took the ult.
Blocked by the dragon.
Or I guess it's pretty even, but they're pretty, at least they even fight out too.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to be seeing the Widowmaker sightlines coming out from the blue team to really give his whole team just where everybody is at all times. So it's going to be up. Oh, that's a very unfortunate stagger for Furious Unicorns. His technique is going to get that pick on the Lexicon. So seems like Flutie does have his res on cooldown, and he's unable to really capitalize on getting that res. So it does seem like Lexicon is going to be coming back into this fight, however, so really trying to pick everything back up and really trying to see if we can give it an effective dive, and it looks like that's what's going to happen with the Sombra ult coming out from Quig. That's going to be huge, as a lot of the abilities are going to be down and potentially ultimates for the side of the blue team. Lexicon going huge over on this Winston, getting 2 people as well, with Deep Inside getting the follow-up on the technique. Techmipe is going to get the pick on the blue with that precious Venom Mine, but still, Gastroll is also going to get the pick on the Lexicon, so maybe Deadlocking is going to try and see if they can equalize everything here in this team fight to really roll everything around and put everything in their favor. Bomb coming out from B-Flard, but it's unable to really find anything. Shatter coming out from Dangerman, able to get 2 people on the side of Furious Unicorns, and Technique able to clean up as well as Dangerman, also taking out Flutie. That, you know, Dangerman going wild, also taking out Quig. Just very dominant Reinhardt play here from the blue team, and Blue able to take out Technique, but it seems like there's still going to be a fallback for Furious Unicorns. Deadlocking holding this payload very tight, and as we can see here, it's coming up to almost 30 seconds left on the clock, so Furious Unicorns doesn't have a whole lot of time to really mess around and have too many errors, but Blue able to take out Fat Mike, the big source of damage for that side, but creating occurrence, however, with Technique able to get that trace, which caused them a lot of trouble. Now we see Deep Inside on this Genji, just trying to use that Dragon Blade, but it is going to be negated by this Transcendence. Grab is going to be coming out with that grab combo, but oh, it is going to be eaten by B-Flard, so a lot of that damage is going to be taken away. Shatter coming out from Danger Man, but unable to really capitalize because he is quickly taken out by Beeflard. And Blue just popping off on this Tracer, just showing how, you know, skilled he is on this hero, taking out 3 on the side of Deadlock Gang. And they are able to save it, taking it all the way to the checkpoint here, and just really keep this map alive for them. Yeah, definitely. Then Deadlock Gang held it for quite a while, so if they can, you know, keep that up on this second push, it could be proven to be very effective. However, Blue is going to go down, and Fat Mike also following up on the demon side, meaning Deadlock Gang has a big man advantage on the point compared to Furious Unicorns. So, but maybe Furious Unicorns does have the potential to bring this around in this team fight. Danger Man going wild with his hammer swings, the technique taking out Flutie on the side of Furious Unicorns. Or sorry, Deadlock Gang. So maybe they're trying to turn things around in their favor. Nano Lexicon, but he's very low, and Vectrius is going to take advantage of that by taking him out. Now going to be seeing the Dragon Blade coming up from deep inside, really just trying to clean up the rest of Furious Unicorns, and he is able to find 3. And with Blue, oh, excuse me, trying to clean up Deadlock Gang, and he is able to find 3 along with Blue, just really clearing house here, and able to keep that payload rolling. About a minute on the clock left, but that still leaves time, considering where the payload is at. It does leave time for Deadlock Gang to try and recontest and hold it once again, so if they can do that, that could be a very big possibility. Bomb is going to be sent in by Beeflard to really just stall and just really zone the enemy team out here, but it seems like they're going to do just that to try and touch this point. High Noon coming out from Fat Mike, trying to make it big, unable to find anything. Shadow coming out from Danger Man, really trying to take a lot of members on the other side of Furious Unicorns, but Danger Man able to get 2. Ilios is going to get the res on a Lexicon, but is immediately taken out by Danger Man's big hammer, and a lot of picks going back and forth, so Furious Unicorns does still have the possibility to take this win. They're going to really want to target their supports if they can really get a lot of things going here, and it does seem like that's going to be their priority, as Vectrius is going to be taken out, but the res is going to soon follow, and with that, there's not a whole lot of stage presence for Furious Unicorns, so they only really have realistically 1 fight left here, so it's going to be up to Deadlock Gang to try and hold it right before this second checkpoint. Danger Man able to get the pick on the Lexicon, so they're already going to be going into a disadvantage with this fight, and with that Shatter, that's really going to try to sum everything up here. He's going to get the Fire Strike on the defense side, and with the DMAC on the Beeflard, Fat Mike also doing a little bit of work, taking out 2. It doesn't seem like Furious Unicorns is going to have anybody near that point, and with that, Deadlock Gang is able to hold the payload shortly before the second checkpoint.
What I was really impressed with from Deadlock was their ability on both point, the first point and the second point, to come out right at the last second and actually mount and not just go in and feed.
Yeah, they had a lot of smart plays there. I think you know, the ult economy really favored them at some key points when they needed it. But Furious Unicorns were looking fairly strong that fight, but Deadlock Gang just showing that they have a very, very strong defense and they're not to be messed with. So now the sides are going to swap with Furious Unicorns on that defense. And since they they pushed the payload pretty far, but they didn't manage to push it all the way or even to the second checkpoint. So it's going to be up to Furious Unicorns to hold a very, very tight and strong defense here to really hold down Deadlock Gang and try to take the series in a win. As we see the comps kind of come out here for the red team, we're going to be seeing Furious Unicorns pulling out deep inside on his signature Hanzo, which we've seen, you know, do a lot of work in this series, and Blue on that Junkrat, which we've seen he is very effective at shutting down tight chokes, and oftentimes Junkrat can be very effective on this first area of Route 66, especially on the defense, due to all those caverns that you can just spam your nades into. So very nice comp from them as well, so hopefully we can see a lot of damage output. But for the side of Deadlock Gang, they're going to be running a little bit more interesting comp here. And they're going to be running the McCree Hanzo, but they're going to be switching things up a little bit with Vectrius on the Lucio to try and potentially speed them in a little bit faster to have you know, a little bit, maybe more of team fights, if it comes down to it with all that added up time. But Ryan Zarya coming out from the blue team, pretty standard tank duo, but really excited to see both teams do have the Hanzo, but it's going to be up to the blue team to really try and capitalize on it. And Deep Inside is going to do just that, getting the early pick onto Fat Mike. That's going to leave Furious Unicorns with the advantage in this defense. So they're going to really want to try to push Deadlock Gang as far as they can for as long as they can. Quig now on this end. Yada doing a lot of work taking out Gas Roll. Danger Man charging in on that Ryan, just trying to show who's boss. Not able to really do anything, however, but Deep Inside is going to take out the opposing Widow once again. The DPS are doing a lot of work, and in general, Furious Unicorns doing very well on that first hold, but Deadlocking is fairly well put together, and they're going to be not too long of downtime before they're going to try to attempt another push here once again. Ultimates are going to start to come online for both teams very shortly here, but Furious Unicorns is going to be in the advantage here. Shadow coming out from Danger Man, huge, able to get 3 people down, but unable to really capitalize. He does get the pin on a Quig, but due to him being in Transcendence, unable to really do anything except get him out of position, and that's what Blue is going to take advantage of, taking out Danger Man in that fight. But it seems like, however, despite that, Deadlock Gang is going to try to get the rest of their team to really push this payload forward. Technique able to get the DMAC onto Lexicon, however, so still a lot of staggers coming in with Fat Mike taking out Blue. That's a lot of DPS gone. Shatter is going to come out, trying to make things big here, but Technique going wild on this Hanzo, taking out both Beeflard and Demon Side. Blue is going to get on that tire, trying to make things huge, and he does, taking out 3 people onto the side of Deadlock Gang. What a tire! And it's only really Danger Man left on that point with Gas Roll, and it seems like that could be what Furious Unicorns needed to really hold this point down here. What a tire. That was a huge play from Blue. And with that, we're going to be seeing the grab come out, so maybe this could still... more dragons once again. Both the dragons here just coming out a lot of damage. Deadlock Gang are really, you know, trying to regroup, but Furious Unicorns are able to really hold that down, hold the fort, and really prevent them from getting anywhere farther. If we look at the time bank, however, it's a minute 30 on the clock, means that only allows a few more pushes left for Deadlock Gang. So they're going to really want to try to really break this defense that has been seeming to be very successful for Furious Unicorns in this series. We're going to be seeing everybody get ready to come around this bend, however, to really try and, you know, advance this fight here. And with that ultimate from Fat Mike, that's going to be huge. That's going to allow all of his you know, teammates to really see where everybody is at all times. Transcendence is going to come out from Quig, however, keeping the rest of his team alive as they push that cart, or as they try to keep that cart back away. Team side is going to get the pick onto Danger Man as a lot of their shields are now gone. Blue's going to take advantage of this by taking out Fat Mike on that team, and now Beeflard is pushing up really far to really try and get some staggered, but in the end it is going to be him who gets taken out. The Hanzo ult is going to be eaten by Lexicon, but Technique is still taken out. Despite that hold, a lot of members are down for the side of Furious Unicorns, and with that shatter from Danger Man, really trying to sum everything up. Blue again with the tire, trying to see if he can save the day once again, but unable to do so with Fat Mike taking that out. Now there's not a whole lot of stage presence on the side of Furious Unicorns, with Danger Man doing a lot of work, getting 2 people. Danger Man just doing a lot of work on this Ryan throughout the whole series. Just amazing aggressive plays whenever they need them. And it seems like they are going to get that first checkpoint. Now, as we can see, due to Furious Unicorns not capturing the second checkpoint, they don't even have to get to there. They just have to push just this short bend now, this second phase of the map. And if they can do so, that's going to be big implications for this series to try and keep it alive. But it is Furious Unicorns. They are still alive in this series. They're going to want to try to take this win, and by doing so, they're really trying to hold a very strong defense, really keep Deadlock Gang back in this battle. So, the Dragon Strike is going to come out from Deep Inside. He does die, but still, it does come out. Danger Man going huge. Not even with the shatter, just holding down left click, taking out 3 members from the side of Furious Unicorns. And with Gas Roll getting Quig, it's only a matter of time before it's going to be once again a pushback from that team. So the res is going to come out on a Fat Mike. So the entire roster of Deadlock Gang is still up and running. And as we can see here, the golden box of victory is just right around this corner. And it does, we do have quite a bit of time bank, but ultimates do have, you know, quite, you know, ultimates are up for, you know, Furious Unicorns to try and see if they can equalize and turn this fight into their favor on this defense. B-Floor getting the huge shatter here onto the blue team, and with the Transcendence, this could mean a very good things for Furious Unicorns. Blue doing a lot of work on that Junkrat, but with that Diva Bomb, this could be really... Oh! Huge bomb coming out from Lexicon, just wiping out any chance that Deadlock Gang had of taking out that final push and taking this the map here. What a play! What a play! As we would see.
But it gave them stabilized, and now they just go into this without quite as much. Still close, but we're on last fight.
Speaking of last fight, Blue is going to be popping his tire to really get an advantage on things, and he does take out Dangerman, who has proven to be a very big problem for the side of Furious Unicorns, and we're going to be seeing the Valkyrie as well, popped by Flutie, really trying to heal his team up. However, they're going to get the res onto Dangerman, so this could spell danger if they aren't able to take Dangerman out. So a lot of damage is coming out to the point. Dangerman doing his thing, just swinging and swinging, and that seems to be Furious Unicorn's weakness, as they just go down one by one. Lexicon is going to take out Gastro, but it's only a matter of time here. The kills for the blue team just going rampant all over the place. Time ticks down, less than 5 seconds. Diva going to come out from Lexicon, trying to make everything big once again. Does take out Noah Lee, and a lot of people from Furious Unicorns are going to try to touch this point. High Noon comes out from Fat Mike, but it does get blocked by the DM. Blue team just trying to clean up here, and there's just a lot of overwhelming picks for Furious Unicorns. Or, excuse me, yeah. And wow, what a map there, and it seems like Deadlock Gang is going to take this fourth map here and keep the series alive for them. We are going to be heading into a fifth map this series here, as everything is evened out 2-2. It's just going to be a final down-to-the-wire fight here as we get into things. This amazing blade here by Deep Inside. Just a really nice play here. Both teams had very nice plays throughout the whole thing. We had some big bombs, we had some big shatters, we had, you know, some big tires too. Just amazing plays from both teams in this series. So I'm really excited to see how this fifth map goes.
Dangerman knows that his right click up, because I think he just held M1 that entire match.
Yeah, I mean,
it was effective, so I'm not criticizing it.
Dangerman definitely proven to be a very big asset for the side of Deadlock Gang. It seemed like whenever he was alive, it spelled, you know, danger as his name. For Furious Unicorns, they were unable to really do a whole lot with that Reinhardt running rampant in the backline. So if Furious Unicorns are going to want to take this last map, they're going to want to focus down Dangerman and try to take him out as fast as they can to really put the fight in their favor. But after that, it seems like we're going to be having a quick break as we get ready, as both teams prep for the fifth map. We're going to be going to the tiebreaker, which is Oasis here. So stay tuned. The series is still alive for both teams, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to Oasis.
Alright everybody, we are back in this series here, going to the tiebreaker map, Oasis, 2-2 for both teams. This is the last straw here, as we're gonna find out after this map who is gonna come out on top in this series. Warren, what do you think of Oasis?
Oasis is, historically, it has not been the best map for Furious. Late, they have just been taking it by storm every time. The past 2 times that they have played it, they have won, and as they are my team, I do kind of hope that they will take it, but with Deadlock getting as strong as they've been, it's going to be a very tough fight, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams have shown to be very worthy of being high-level teams, as they should. Going 2-2 in this series, we've seen great plays from both sides. So as we get into the grand scheme of things, I'm really excited to see how this final map turns out for the series. Time ticking down as we see our team comps get ready to emerge here.
Round one.
And they're off here! Looks like we're gonna have just a standard death ball inside of Deadlock and a dive on the side of Furious Unicorns.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to be seeing Lexicon going up to the high ground with B-Flower, just really trying to gain the high ground advantage, and looks like that's just what they're going to do right here with along deep inside on that far, just going to shoot down from above, just really put a lot of pressure onto the blue team, and Quick is going to get the first pick on a Fat Mike as well, really opening things up for Furious Unicorns. Really opening, a lot of potential for this fight, but Technique is able to get the kill on the blue, but still a lot of picks for the red team, as just a lot of, they are going to cap this point.
And I think the blue team is pretty much almost all out of, they're out of their main support, and they're just going to have to retreat here. That was a kind of a sneaky little take from Furious Unicorns. They were on point when everyone else was just fighting near the jump pad to get up to the high ground here. It's a pretty sneaky strategy to have blue just off on the Tracer, which is his main, and he's really been able to play at this stage, which has been amazing to see.
Yeah, definitely. Furious Unicorns have been showing to be extremely dominant on this dive comp, which seems to be their specialty, and it's working out very well for them so far, so hopefully they can keep it up. The fight is going to start yet again as Deadlocking does get a range for everything. We're going to see the Valkyrie pop for Flutie, really trying to keep everything together, trying to keep his team up and well in this fight. We're going to be seeing as well Lexicon in the backline just trying to cause a lot of disturbance with that Tesla cannon. But still, if you look at the top here, more than 50% on the clock already for Furious Unicorns, and with the barrage coming out from the Furious Unicorns, we'll be seeing 2 come out, but Fat Mike as well taking out 2. So who knows how this could go out now, but Blue is going to take out the main support on Deadlock Gang and Fat Mike as well. So, and with that,
oh, there's the beat drop there, but
yeah, beat drop coming out, but it's not enough here. Furious Unicorns being extremely dominant. Lexicon going ham, taking out 2 as well. It's only Danger Man left on the point, and he's going to be left to retreat back to his team. At the top here, it's 80% already. It seems like time flies, as Furious Unicorns has been dominating this point the whole time, not really letting Deadlock Gang get a chance. And Furious Unicorns going wild, Blue popping off on this Tracer, doing a lot of work for his team. Wow.
Technique will take him down, though, and oh, there's the Valkyrie by Flutie.
Oh, deep inside is going to take out Nolly mid-flight, but the Dragon Strike is going to come out from Technique, but it is eaten by B-Flars, so that's an ult gone down the drain for the side of Deadlock Gang as they try to really get everything together here, but Technique does take out deep inside, so maybe they can really try and take everything back. Valkyrie popped for the side of the red team to try and keep their team healed up as much as they can. Lexicon now going wild, taking out Fat Mike as well, as there's just a lot of picks here. They're trying to regain this. Danger Man gonna get the shatter on a B-Flard, misses the pin, but still trying to get the D-Mech, and he does do just that. The D-Mom's gonna come out to really try and zone everybody out, as it does get his shield up for a second. Overtime here for Furious Unicorns. Just a very long, drawn-out fight. Yeah, quite the fight.
There are 2 options here. They can either retreat and just let them have it, and then come back, regroup and all, but it looks like they're just gonna keep on going. This is... And
doesn't seem like Quig wants
just
to have
one
it
on
or
point
anybody.
at the moment, and that is Fat Mike. They just need to get Fat Mike, and oh, and that is it. Holy cow, folks!
What a round already. If that isn't a hint for how the rest of this last map isn't gonna go, I don't know what is. But Furious Unicorns showing to be very dominant on Oasis here. Let's see if they can keep it up for this second round as we get into the grand scheme of things. Wow, what a play there.
Justice ain't gonna dispense itself.
Now we're going on to University here, Oasis University, which is a tricky point here. We will get a just the same comp almost with Fat Mike on the McCree and Technique on the Junkrat, but on the other side we'll have Blue on McCree, and Deep Inside on that Pharah that has just been dominating with.
Yeah, definitely. Deep Inside has shown to be a very versatile DPS player, as he's shown to be very dominant on a lot of people, and Pharah is one of his strong points here, so hopefully it can really pop off for us tonight on this map. As things get going here, the fight is going to break out to really try and take this point. It's Deadlock on the point, but it's not going to be too long, however, as Furious Unicorns is now going to get their foot onto the point. Dangerman getting the pin on the B-Fly, however, trying to quickly make things an advantage for his team. Fat Mike taking out the opposing McCree, becoming a 6v5. So it seems like Deadlock is going to be taking this point first, and Furious Unicorns is going to have to back up, and not before they get the pick onto Dangerman.
That's a pretty crucial pick from Quig there, but it looks like Deadlock Gang will have more ults that are closer to being up here. They've done a really good job of just keeping on the point and taking it early on, but looks like we will have Furious Unicorns trying to take it right now.
Yeah, definitely. They don't want Deadlock Gang to have the point any longer than they already have, and they're going to take it right back from him. Deep Inside going huge, taking out 2, 3 on the side of Deadlock Gang, just cleaning house, and just making sure nobody even gets close to the point.
Deep is just popping off on that Pharah. I am so impressed with his performance.
Yeah, he's
they will force a switch from Gas Roll onto the D.Va from the Zarya here.
It seems like they're going to try to go full counter onto this Pharah, which seems to be giving Deadlock Gang a whole lot of trouble, but ult economy is in favor of Furious Unicorns. Fat Mike with the huge, but Deep Inside even huger with the 4K! 100 everybody on Deadlock Gang! Oh my god, ultimate galore!
I don't know what will be the play of the game.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, but they're still not able to keep the... Oh, but 3 on point, but... It's just a fight on the point at the moment, trying to see who will take control of it, or who will keep control of Furious Unicorns. Oh, but Gas Roll takes down the Pharah.
Wow, despite all those huge ults coming up from both teams, it does look like Deadlock Gang is going to be the ones taking that point back from Furious Unicorns, but FU at 55%, so they do have quite a bit opposed to Deadlock Gang's 35, so hopefully they can get it back soon.
Dextrius does have that sound barrier, which would be very good to have when Blue pops the Deadeye or Leo does a grab. We will see exactly what's going on, but yeah, Leo and Beef have kind of swapped roles, and Beef is back on his comfortable main tank. Beef is just peppering there. Oh,
Blue popping off!
Wow.
Oh wow, yeah, that's gonna be a lot of ults used, but they are gonna take that point back, however, from Deadlock Gang, and that is going to be Furious Unicorns now going up, showing that they are the dominant ones on this map. It's going to be up to Deadlock Gang to really try and take this back, but if Furious Unicorns have this momentum they're having, they can really show them to be very, very, very fortunate here. And Deep Inside with his Spare Barrage, this could be very huge. Deadlock Gang is funneling onto the point to really try and touch, but Deep Inside is going to get the early pick on a Technique to really instantly put things into his team's favor. And Blue getting the pick onto the opposing McCree is really doing a lot of work. Vectreus does take out Beeflard, but Blue just showing who's boss here, and with that barrage, is going to try to get a lot going out. Isn't able to find anything, but still shredding that barrier. Despite all of that, just kill feed going wild for the red team here. There's not a whole lot of members left for the side of Deadlock Gang as they're going to try to funnel onto this point. Deadlock Gang, oh, Fat Mike does take out Deep Inside, but still more man advantage for the side of Furious Unicorns. Tyre is going to come out as well from spawn. Let's see if Technique is able to find anything.
See a battle mercy?
I think we might have taking out Gas Roll, but despite all of those ultimates, Furious Unicorns just clearing out from that.
And it's a win for Furious Unicorns.
Able to take Oasis and stopping Deadlock Gang in their attempts of a reverse sweep, and they will take the series 3-2.
Oh, we'll get to see Fat Mike's Deadeye here, I'm guessing. Still quite a Deadeye, but
Taking out
Oh,
both
it's
supports here.
oh, he gets the Pharah. That's
It's taken out by Blue though, but still, wow.
still that's amazing to watch. This has been an absolute pleasure to watch, and both teams played phenomenal. This was
You can tell how both teams were evenly matched because we went to map 5. But Furious Unicorns is going to be the team that comes out on top, taking out the giant Deadlock gang here as they're going to take the series 3-2. What a series! It has been a blast casting this match. Oh, and thank you for as well, Warren, for casting with me on Oasis.
oh, no, my pleasure. I was happy to help.
But with that, it seems like that is going to be it there. What a series there. Wow. Deadlock gang, we're looking very strong in those in the 3rd and 4th map, but Furious Unicorns just shutting that opportunity down. Really showing them who's the dominant team in this series.
Certainly has been.
Wow.
Wow.
Any thoughts, Mudkipz?
I don't think there could have been a better way to end out the series by going to down to the wire 5th map. I actually thought that the final or the play game would be kind of the one that Warren mentioned with he had a 3K with the Deadeye and then a 3 or 4K with the Barrage back to back. That was just exciting.
Yeah, huge plays from both teams. But like I said, Furious Unicorns coming out huger in this series tonight. So both teams played well. It's been a blast casting this match, but I think that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you to everybody who was able to tune into this very exciting match of Stage 3. It is going to be Furious Unicorns taking the win in the series 3-2 over Deadlock Gang. I am Mistercrit, and I think we're going to be wrapping everything up here.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Next one.